Hey guys, this is Gabriel Lorenzi, creator of the blog Grupo Dicas, one of the biggest travel blogs in the world. And today I am here to tell you what are the 5 most purchased attractions and tours in New York. Why am I saying purchased? Because we already have a video here that's about what to do in New York, which is a very complete subject, guys. Shopping, sightseeing, walking, Central Park. It's a very general video for sure. But New York has a lot of things that you need to buy the ticket for. There are several tours, museums, observatories where you have an incredible view of the city. They are amazing tours, but you need to buy access. So people have a lot of doubts about which tickets I buy, which tours are worth it, which ones are not, where do I buy them cheaper. So I thought about making this video to help you know which ones to buy, where to buy them, how to get the best price, and organize your trip in a way that's going to be helpful for you. So it's going to be very quick and useful tips. So guys, enjoy the video. Don't forget to give us the like, subscribe to the channel because that helps us a lot, and buckle up. Well, then we organize it here to show you, to try to help you organize your trip and know which tours are worth it or not. What did we do? We already have our experience, we already know the places, we have more or less a feeling of what's worth it or not, and we contacted a partner who we have a friend who works in a website which is the biggest ticket and tour website in the world. So they sell a lot of tours and we got a list of the top 5 attractions sold in New York. This is really cool, guys, because we get a sense of what are the top 5 tours that people buy the most. They are not necessarily the best and the ones you will buy, but it gives you a rough idea of which ones are the best sellers. We'll tell you here if we think it's worth it. If it's not, there are many good tips in this video, people. You will see. First, here the ticket and tour. The best seller of all is a ticket combo, which is called the Go City New York Explorer Pass. It's a personal pass in New York. It's very common in many tourist cities around the world too. It's a ticket combo. It's a ticket that you buy and it's valid for more than 100 attractions. So you choose, for example, by attraction. You want the ticket for 2 attractions, 3 attractions, 4 attractions. You choose from the list how many you want and buy the ticket for that number of attractions, and then you can go to any one of the 100 attractions that are listed. The advantage, what is the advantage of this? It's much cheaper. The discount is sometimes as much as 50% of the ticket price. So it's a very good way to save a lot in New York, and it's a big seller. It's a #1 item. We even made a simulation for you to see. For adults, it starts here with the option of 2 attractions and goes up to the option of 10 attractions. But let's talk about 2 to be simpler. $80. You can go to any of the 100 attractions that are listed. You can choose 2. The main ones, folks, are all the ones that we'll mention here separately. The Empire State, the Edge, which is a new building that looks amazing, the top of the World Observatory, the Met Museum, which is very cool, the Metropolitan Museum of Art, Madame Tussauds, Rockefeller, Madison Square Center, the tour bus, and so on. So what's my point? If you come here and buy the ticket separately, for example, you want to visit the Empire State, $56. I'm looking at the separate tickets, okay, out of this combo. Or you want to buy the separate Statue of Liberty ticket, it's $60. If you add it up, folks, it's going to be $116 more or less. If you buy this combo, you will pay $80. So it's a good saving. So do the math correctly, get organized, see how many attractions you want. Usually if you buy the combo, it's much cheaper than buying each attraction separately. So take a look, study well, but it's here as the best selling item of the site, and it's very well rated, okay, people are saying that's very easy to use. It's an application that you enter and you have all the attractions there. You get in quickly, you can choose it very well. It's very well rated. We also used it when we went the second time. And now for the second attraction. And these prices I'm telling you are based on this site, which is where we bought it, okay? I'll leave here in the description of the video below the video. You click on show more to open all the links. One of them will be there, world's largest tickets and tour site. This is the site that we use, which is the largest, which is the most reliable, which has the lowest prices. We only buy with them, and that's the site I'm basing my prices on, okay, people? So open it up, take a look, and you will be able to explore it very well, as much as you want. And the second best selling tour in front of the Statue of Liberty, the ticket for you to go up on the Empire State, which is one of the most famous beauties in the world. It's very iconic, people love to go up there, and in my opinion it's a very worthwhile ride. The separate ticket here is $56. You have to go up the 18th floor, so it's pretty high. There's a very nice belvedere there, and there is a view of the city too, guys. It's amazing. This view, you need to either go up on the Empire State or the Rockefeller, okay? They are very close to each other. Everyone has a preference. We have heard all the opinions. In our opinion, the Empire State is more historical. It's cooler for the history, and the Rockefeller's view is a little cooler. I liked the view from the Rockefeller better, but it's a matter of opinion and taste. So if you're going to buy the ticket separately and you don't want to buy the combo, it costs around $56. That's the price of the separate tickets to Empire State. And then in third place, finally, is the Statue of Liberty, which, for those who don't know, the statue is right in the middle of the sea. You can't get to it on foot. You need a boat, a tour. So there are tours where you get on a boat, you take the boat very close to a park there, then the boat goes around the Statue of Liberty. You will see the whole statue, and there's also the island next door, which is very nice. There's a museum, and finally, in my opinion, it's the most traditional tour that you should take in New York, because you can't miss the Statue of Liberty. It's very cool. And this ticket for this boat ride, you don't have to go down there, okay, at the statue. You just take the tour. It costs $60. In my opinion, it's very worth it. Also, because what is nice, try to take the afternoon period, because at sunset, the view of Manhattan, people, you will see when you are close to the statue, you will be far away from Manhattan. Look back, you will see the sunset. Their skyline there is beautiful. It's a spectacular thing. So this boat ride is worth it. It's also in that combo, okay, guys, the one in the beginning of the video. So if you buy that combo, you don't have to buy that separate ticket, but if you want it, it's separate here. You can check the price of the Statue of the Liberty, but it's better for you to buy the combo. I think it's more worthwhile to get the combo because it gets way cheaper. Oh, and guys, quickly, any questions you have about traveling, you can send them to us and we'll always try to answer them. It's much faster and easier. Add me on Instagram at @Lorenzi, send me a direct message and I'll help you. And take the time to follow us, because we are always traveling the world, offering travel tips in a very cool way and showing the family routine with our little ones that are a blast. And even now, we have a new channel here on YouTube. Check it out later. It's called Familia Lorenzi. We are showing the routine here in the United States, the Disney parks next door, the outlets, shopping, food, the routine with the two of them that are very good. So take a look there. I think that you're gonna like it. And New York is the city of observatory, so the fourth best selling tour is the World Observatory ticket. It's an amazing observatory. It came way after the Rockefeller and the Empire State, okay? So it brings a much more modern idea, and it's bigger, it's incredible, and then it was built where the two twin towers fell, so it ended up having a very important meaning for the Americans, and they built it. It's a spectacular building, folks. It has a panoramic elevator, so when you go up to the observatory, you take the elevator that allows you to see the whole city of Manhattan. It's a place that's very beautiful. I think it's super worth it. The price here separately, it's $48. You go up to floor 100, 101, and 2. It's very high. There are several that have restaurants if you want to eat there. It's a very nice place. It's also included in the ticket combo. It's worth buying the combo if you go in it, because if you want to go separately here, it's $48. It's a little bit cheaper than the Empire State. And a good tip too, this site is the site where we bought the transfers, which are the transportations from the airport to the hotel. Guys, their transfers are very good and very cheap. We bought them for almost every city in the world. In New York then, because the airport is usually far away, it's very worthwhile. And why? If you take a cab and Uber, it's more expensive and you can sometimes suffer some tourist scam, or the cab will take a longer trip. It's not so reliable. You will see that in New York the traffic's a little chaotic. There are many taxi drivers and you will arrive and get a little lost. So our tip is always hire the transfer because it's cheaper, easier, and faster too. When you arrive, you can hire it here, choose the airport, the time, and the right hour. When you leave the airport, actually land it inside the airport. There will already be a person there waiting for you with a sign with your name. So there's no language error, no speaking, no communication. He welcomes you and takes you to the car. Usually it's a very good car. Then the car takes you to the hotel. The hotel is already registered because at the time of the purchase you can enter the address. Everything is correct, so there's no mistake. It's a much safer and easy way. So a tip is, if you're not going to rent a car, because New York is not a place where you rent a car a lot, the tip is try to take a transfer. And the fifth best selling option here is the tour. Actually, there are two that are important. I'll comment on both, which I think are very cool. The tour to Washington DC. For those who don't know, Washington is close to New York. If you go alone, take the car. Sometimes it's not worth it, but a round trip with a company is good because you go sleeping. It's a super nice bus, you rest. We have already done the round trip. We liked it a lot. The price is a little bit more expensive. Okay, it's $200, but it already includes the transportation, the ticket to Ayrton Cemetery, the panoramic tour of Washington DC. It's a package deal. You get to know Washington DC in one day and back. It's a very nice experience. If you don't know Washington yet, it might be worth including it. And another tour that is just as important, which I think is really cool, guys, is the shopping tour of the outlets. For those who don't know, New York doesn't have outlets. It has many street stores, but it doesn't have outlets like we have here in Orlando, Miami, California. So for those who want to buy a lot of clothes, it's very worthwhile to go to Woodbury. It's a very good outlet, but it's an hour away from New York, so it's not so easy to access. If you take an Uber or a cab, it's kind of expensive, and it's very nice because they have a tour here where you have to go to the meeting point there in Manhattan, and they take you by bus or by van to the outlet. You will stay the whole day there, and then they take you back. So it's very nice. This outlet is very good. We think this outlet is the best place to shop in New York, so it's worth it if you want to shop. Okay, if you don't want to, focus on the other tours because there's a lot of cool stuff. Then guys, take a look because these are the best sellers. That's our opinion, but sometimes there is something that you like. There's Madame Tussauds, which is that wax puppet museum, which is really cool. There is the Friends tour where we get to know the places where the Friends series was recorded. And a tip, folks, here on this site we also sell tickets for Broadway shows. For the main ones, try to go to at least one of them. I know that the tickets are expensive. The first few times we couldn't go because we couldn't afford it, so we went to see it later, but it's very good. It's a spectacular deal. It's a unique experience. You get to see a Broadway musical, and here they sell the main ones, which are Aladdin, the Lion King, the Phantom of the Opera. See which one is cheaper, folks. Frozen is very cool too. Take a look. Whatever is cheaper, buy it and guarantee it. It's much cheaper online than buying it on the spot. It's a little expensive, but I think it's a show that's worth investing a little, so it's good. And here below, guys, I'll leave all the links, okay, that we use it to organize our trip. I'll leave the map of the best area in Manhattan so you can book your hotel and see which hotels are in the best locations we set up. The hotel we stayed at is very good. It's very well located in the heart of Manhattan, and we got a very good price. Take a look too. The chip we used to be able to use the cell phone abroad, it's a very good international prepaid chip. We bought it, we received it at home in a few days, and then when we travel, we arrive in the United States, we just put it in the cell phone and use it. The signal is great. Anyway, I'll leave everything down here. Just take a look. It's practically a guide for you to set up your whole trip. Everything you need is organized there. And that's it, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you like it, please give us a like and subscribe to the channel because that's important and really helps us. And be sure to watch the video on how to save a lot on your entire trip to New York. It's a complete video that we put together with the best tips for you to organize your trip step by step with everything you need to travel there, saving a lot on everything, so it's very good. I'll leave it here along with the playlist that has all the other New York videos for you to watch. So thanks a lot, guys. I'll see you next video. Have nice trips.